It is Pro Bowl week here in Central Florida. Among the many festivities, an international football competition that features some of the world's top young players. Tonight, it's the U.S. national team hosting the best from Canada in the North American Championship. And it's coming up next from the ESPN Wide World of Sports. It's a cold night here on Championship Field at the ESPN Wide World of Sports as our North American Championship continues. The best from Canada and the best from the United States under-19s about to duel here on Championship Field. And we're thrilled to have you with us, everybody. Drew Felios alongside Rini and Golia. So Team USA in the under-18s, they take care of business. Now the U19s, and in the last game, most of the players not committed to major universities. This game, different story.
Yeah, I mean, looking down the USA roster, up and down, every player is committed to a Division I school. A lot of talent on that field for USA.
And I mean the best of the best. Ohio State, Alabama, Florida State. You can have your pick of the litter. We're going to see some of the best in the country here tonight. And for Team Canada, what do these players have to prove here tonight?
Well, again, they're playing for their country, and of course, they got that chip on their shoulder playing Team USA. But of course, last time they played in China, they won the U19 game. So a little payback tonight for USA.
All right, we're going to be keeping an eye on the team captains here tonight on both sides. And tonight's team captains and flag bearers are brought to you by Riddell, the official helmet, shoulder pad, and impact monitoring partner of USA Football. Chase Young, probably the best of the bunch on the field. He'll wear number 91 for the USA.
Yeah, and Ted Kabongo for Canada. He's a running back that can play DB as well. Great speed. Keep an eye on him tonight.
Spencer Nichols, another player that we are going to be watching. We're going to see speed. We're going to see size. USA dominating defensively in our last game. Guarantee you they're going to a little bit more resistance in this one from the Canadians. So Canada will receive the USA, set to kick off here. And doing the honors, it's Christian Zendejas, who is committed to Arizona State. Back to receive, there's Aiden O'Neill for Canada.
Yeah, and you know, Zendejas, with a name like that, he's a great kicker.
Ball taken from the 13-yard line. We are underway. The under-19 North American Championship as Dallas Blacklock makes the tackle. And when we come back, Canada will take over on offense, just underway here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports, USA and Canada.
There's no doubt in my mind that tonight is our time. So we're gonna celebrate tonight. We're gonna celebrate Independence Day tonight. Repeat after me. If every member on this football team felt like me, what kind of a team will this team be? I represent this country, and I represent my last name. With one goal, and one aim, to have fun, and to win games. So this right here, it's my time. It's in my heart. It's in my mind. I work real hard to get my shot. So this right here, it's turn up time. It's turn up time. Hey, 1, 2, 3, turn up.
The North American Championship is brought to you by Riddell, the official helmet and shoulder pad of USA Football. Gatorade, fueling the U.S. national team, fueling the future. Upper Deck, the official trading card of the U.S. national team. And USAFootball.com. Sign up today for our parent, player, or coach account on the all-new USAFootball.com. So Canada and USA here under the lights at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. Jonathan Senecal is the quarterback for Canada. Ted Kabongo is the running back. He wears number 25. And he is one to watch. They'll try and get him involved early. Fake it to him, use him as a decoy, and toss it out. This is a well set up play, and it's going to be taken ahead across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So Canada gets off to the fast start, and the starting lineup for the Canadians, brought to you by Shot Doctor, the official mouthguard provider of USA Football. That is a pretty steady lineup. They're explosive at running back and wide receiver as well.
Hey, but the player I'm going to be watching is the quarterback, Jonathan Senecal. He's only 17 years old, and Coach Samara told us yesterday he is the best player on the team. He's one of those kids that skipped over U18. They put him right to the U19. That's how good they think he is.
So a first down and a pickup of 22 on the first play from scrimmage.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And let's take a look at the starting defense now. That, of course, brought to you by Shot Doctor. Interesting to see how these guys can impose their will.
A lot of talent on that defensive unit, and the one that I'm going to watch tonight and everyone else should is 91, Chase Young, Ohio State commit, a very good defensive end, and really this whole defensive unit, entire defensive unit for the U19s can play some ball.
So push it back 5, 1st and 15. Here comes the rush, and a good pass gets away. At the 44-yard line is Carl Chabot, smallest wide receiver on the field, but he has got tremendous hands.
Yeah, he gets open, and Senecal puts it right on him with a quick delivery. And right off the bat, the U19 Canadian team, much more in sync, much more fluid than the U18 that we just saw previous.
So Carl Chabot able to pick up 7 yards on first down, only 165 pounds. He's able to find the crease. Second down now. Senecal wants to toss it long, and looked like defender and receiver were locked up that time as Dimbangi was trying to separate. Number 13 there, Kerry Vincent Jr. is a good athlete.
Yeah, and he's committed to LSU, and you know he's a good athlete if he's going to LSU, a lockdown corner with excellent coverage.
Now, looking down the line, this USA team, we got Miami, we got Oregon, we got Rutgers, LSU, Wisconsin, Florida State represented.
How about Mac Jones, the USA quarterback, committed to Alabama? So, I mean, we got every major program covered by USA.
3rd down and 8. Senecal will take an early timeout here for Canada.
And, you know, and the biggest issue for Canada, and both these teams really, they've only been together 5 days with practice. So they're learning each other, they're learning a new system, new teammates, and especially for the Canadian team, Drew, they're going by American rules. The majority of these kids have played Canadian rules football, so they're used to 12 players on the field, moving towards the line of scrimmage as the ball snapped, all those things, only 3 downs, and so they got to learn the American rules and learn a new system and team.
Well, tonight's head coach spotlights are brought to you by Siege Sports, the official uniform partner of the U.S. national team. Kenny Sanchez is the head coach for the Americans. And Sanchez, a tremendous coach at the high school level out of Bishop Gorman High School, one of the most famous programs around.
Yeah, and if the last name's familiar, his brother Tony Sanchez did run that program. He left to stay in Las Vegas and take over UNLV, and his brother Kenny just moved up and became the head coach.
Yeah, and he's been 30-0 since taking over the program. This is going to be batted in the air and nearly intercepted. So USA able to apply the pressure that time to Senecal on its 4th down.
And I think that's going to be the biggest issue for Canada up front. Can they slow down the speed of the defensive front of USA? And you can see right there, when they can get out and get in the way of Senecal, get those hands up and cause some problems, it can be an issue for Canada.
Steve Samara has 22 years of experience coaching. He's now the head coach at Carleton University in Ottawa.
Ottawa, yeah. Great coach. We talked to him, had a great conversation yesterday with Coach Samara. And again, they're worried about their own teams. Neither one of these teams have scouted the other team. They just want their players to go out and play the best they can.
Zach Heine gets a Big time kick away, and it takes a Canada bounce, picked up dangerously by Vincent Jr. And he'll take it up to the 18-yard line. We get a flag right there. Gary Vincent Jr., LSU command. We're going to see him on special teams. We'll see him on defense. May even see him on offense tonight for a few plays.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what this call is. I know number 9, Josh Clark, threw a good block. Decleated a guy.
Return. Illegal block in the back. Number 9 for the receiving team. Penalized 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, and that's who they called it on. And my first look from the booth was that Josh Clark got him in front. You're going to see it's going to be on the right side of the screen. Yeah, I tell you, he got him on the side. That is a legal block, and you're going to see the flag's going to come up from the top. You know, I think the official missed that. I think that's a good block. He's got him on the side. That's legal.
Starting offense for the United States, brought to you by Shot Doctor. Mac Jones, the quarterback, the Alabama commit. Nick Saban cannot wait to coach him.
Yeah, they just keep reloading in Alabama. And again, all these guys are committed to major programs next year.
So Jones hands this one off. The ball gets loose, and it's on the carpet right now. The USA able to recover it. Jones jumped on it. Dangerous way to start.
Yeah, and that ball was on the ground. A huge opportunity for Canada to jump on this, and the handoff, it was kind of a zone read, and you didn't know if the quarterback, Mac Jones, wanted to keep the ball or kind of give it to his running back, Jonathan Taylor. I think Jones tried to pull it out, and Taylor wanted it. The ball goes to the ground, but lucky for USA, he's able to jump back on it, retain possession.
Lost 5 on the play. And now Jones got to work out of his own end zone. Tosses it left, right on the money, and able to get KD Nixon as he is taken down by Danny McWhirter.
Yeah, McWhirter coming up in space, and we know the speed of USA, and he comes up, sits down on it, and makes a good tackle.
Shock Doctor defense for Canada. And interesting to see how these guys stand up to the task of slowing down this USA offensive machine. That's some big guys up front.
Yeah, and I think the key to Canada is you got to fly around in the football, and you got to make sure tackles. You can't miss tackles and give guys opportunities for yards after.
Throw this one over the middle, the speed of Chenault. Chenault takes it up to the 15-yard line, so he is going to be short of a first down.
But you see the tenaciousness of that Canadian defense where they're just flying to the football. You love to see that, hat after hat, going to the football, and that's how you make gang tackles, and a good job by Canada.
So if you watched our last game, the U18s, and were wondering where maybe some of that fight was for that Canada team and some of the more talented players, I think they're on the field right now.
Yeah, the fight is definitely here with the U19s. And I think we're in store for a good game tonight.
So 4th down, punting situation for the Americans. David Heaton III standing at the 1-yard line. Not a lot on this kick as it bounces at the 45, and it takes a Team Canada bounce at the 42-yard line. So a pretty good start for the Canadians. They'll have it first down with great field position.
And we'll see if they can take advantage of that field position here, get something going.
Keep in mind, less than a week to prepare for this special night here at Walt Disney World, playing a game against another country. Lots of pressure on these players, but they have just had a great week of practice, had a great time getting to know each other as well, and now it's game time. Joshua Donnelly is the quarterback. So already a switch for Team Canada. Toss it right, it's batted, but complete as Dimbangui makes the catch.
Yeah, quick wide receiver screen to Dimbangui. We saw that a few times yesterday watching their practice.
Roughing the passer, defense number 30. 15-yard penalty is added to the completion. Automatic, first down.
And that's Ramey Johnson that's going to get called for the roughing. We'll get a good look at it right here. And yeah, definitely took a couple steps, gave a shot. You just can't do that. A good job by Donnelly to hang in there, complete the pass, and they're going to get 15 tacked down at the end of that one.
So Johnson was in there on the pressure. Also looked like Chris Allen got the hands up a little bit too close to Donnelly. Now they'll try and run this one right, and it's Donnelly getting to the 20-yard line, stepping out of bounds right there.
That was a broken play. The running back went left expecting the handoff. Donnelly goes right, but wisely and smart just keeps it, turns the corner, is able to pick up some yardage. So he's looking to hand it off. The running back went left. He says, I'll just keep it, and it was Kabongo, the running back we talked about in the open. Little miscommunication, and you'll see that again. These teams have only been together 4 and 5 days, practicing, putting in a new system.
Donnelly now directing traffic. Canada spreads it out once again. And this time, it's the first time we're going to see 25 on the carry, Kabongo, but you can tell he has got a bullseye on his chest here tonight as the USA defensive line swarms him right there. But watching early on, this Canadian team, Rainey, spread things out. That is their game. That is how they want to play football.
If you ever watch Canadian football, it's very spread out. It's a lot of passing. And the one thing, again, adjusting to the American rules, the other thing they have to adjust to is the smaller field. One less player, smaller field. Now, the one advantage, they get 4 downs instead of 3, so that kind of is a good thing for them. But, you know, and the other thing is they got to deal with the defensive front here from USA, and so far they're doing a nice job.
Kabongo now lines up in the slot. 5 wide receivers for Canada. Try and take it right up the gut. Gets past the first line of defense, but not much more to the 24-yard line for Donnelly.
Yeah, and that's a called quarterback draw right there for Donnelly, and picks up a few yards.
Look at the beef up front for the Americans.
And you saw the push they got, which forced Donnelly really to take off quicker than he wanted to pick up a few yards and at least get it back to the line of scrimmage.
So it's 4th down and 12. I would not want to block these guys. Wade Perry up front, number 71, is a monster. Also, Niyimbwe as well. This kick is up and good. And for the first time tonight, Team Canada has been able to score.
Yeah, and I think that was important for Canada. Get off to a good start. They get 3, get the early lead in this game. And, you know, they're trying to make a statement that, hey, we don't care what happened in that earlier game. We're here to play, and we're here to win tonight.
Canada taking advantage of the good field position. And if you are the U.S. national team, you know, these guys have got bright futures, very bright futures, Rini. How do you stay focused on this great event tonight when you know National Signing Day just days away? You know also that your college careers are about to begin.
Well, I mean, the first thing is I give them a lot of credit for playing in this game. In a day and age where in college football, you know, we saw a bunch of players sit out of bowl games because they, you know, to them they weren't meaningful. And the fact that these kids are out here representing their country means so much to them and me as an analyst, and it should mean a lot to everyone watching. These players want to win. They want to win for themselves, for their country, for their family, for their teammates, and I love the fact that they're out there. With that said, you just got to take it. I know it's cliche, one play at a time, and you got to go out there and get the job done.
David Soley to kick it off for Canada. Katie Nixon back to receive for the U.S. national team. As Nixon has got some wheels up to the 25-yard line. Katie Nixon committed to Colorado. We're going to see him with his hands on the ball an awful lot tonight.
Yeah, we spoke to him yesterday, and he's excited about this week as well, and can't wait to watch him as this game unfolds.
So it'll be USA football when we come back, looking for their first points of the night in the U-19 North American Championship.
The coach that made the difference in my life was a 7th grade football coach named Buddy Copeland.
He's taught me on the field just to keep working, keep grinding.
He just helped me grow and inspire me to want to coach.
You know, he taught me how to be a man of character.
I had never played center before. He gave me an opportunity after he told me I was not a tight end. He made that very clear.
At his level, to be able to reach back and impact my life and impact the lives of other people, I'll always appreciate that.
He's just making me confident, which makes other people around me confident, and he's inspiring me on and off the field.
He was just a middle school coach for, I think, 39 years. He changed my life, so thanks, Coach.
I say thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
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 Yeah, I would certainly like to say thanks to Coach Bruce Brown.
Thanks, Coach.
The game starts in the film room and continues in the locker room. It locks down on the sideline, then plays out on the field. The game is controlled from the top down. Mind over matter. Every second on the clock, every inch on the turf, fought over and decided upon by every player out there. It's their game, where strategy and speed of thought conquers all.
Back here at the North American Championship in the U19s, Canada has drawn first blood. USA has got the football. First down, 25-yard line. To try and run it right is DeAndre Swift, running back committed to Georgia, and he's got it up for 9 yards to the 34-yard line.
And important for USA to get positive yards on first down. When you can pick up 7, 8, 9 yards on first down, that is a plus, and it really helps open your offense up.
There's Mac Jones, quarterback for the USA. We're number 17 tonight out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's from the Bowles School.
Yeah, one of the better programs, not only in Florida, but in the country.
2nd and 1 now. U.S. national team will sling this one out. Jalen Reagor, wide receiver, up near the 40-yard line. I love the uniforms for this USA team tonight. Look at the helmets. Look at the jerseys. They are sharp here tonight. Look at the face masks as well. They got the glimmer on it.
Well, you know what they say, when they look good, they feel good, right? They're going to play good.
Uniforms so important today, aren't they, for young players?
Sure is. It's big in recruiting, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the tools that schools use.
Ball on the ground, and now running for his life is Jones. Able to get out of trouble for the moment. Asking his receiver to run downfield and somehow able to make a positive play out of it as he got it to Eddie Lewis.
Boy, and you think Mac Jones, once he gets out of the pocket, is just going to throw that thing away, but directs his receiver, Eddie Lewis, to come back, and he completes the pass. Low snap, he's able to get it. You see the nimbleness there as he rolls out, and right here you think, well, he's going to throw this thing away, but he tells his receiver, come back, and that's a tough throw for a right-hander rolling to the left like that. Nice job by Eddie Lewis to come sit back down and make that catch.
Picked up 9 yards, 2nd and 1 now. Run it right, DeAndre Swift. He is swift on his feet for sure. And he's got it to the 41-yard line, and it'll be another first down for the USA.
And the offense is starting to gel here on this possession, and Kenny Sanchez, the head coach, doing a nice job. And we should also say he's brought his whole staff along with him from Bishop Gorman, and I think that really will help in the continuity tonight for USA.
DeAndre Swift off to a good start out of Philadelphia St. Joseph's Prep. Toss it out one more time. This is Jalen Reagor. And he gets it inside the 40. Short pickup, tackled by David Putt. Now, you mentioned the coaching staffs. You know, both staffs had very interesting philosophies, but for USA, Coach Kenny Sanchez says, we want to coach, but we don't want to coach too much. We don't want to overcoach. We just want our guys to do their thing.
Face mask, number 44 of the defense. 15-yard penalty is added on to the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
Coach Steve Samara does not like that, but both coaches, I think, want their players to relax. When you got to be careful with just 5 days to prepare, you don't try to overdo it.
You're right. The worst thing you can do in a game like this when you bring a team together and you have 4 or 5 days to prepare is put too much stuff on them. You don't want players thinking too much. You want them just to play, react, go out there. So you want to simplify the game plan and just let them be athletes and go out there and show their stuff.
Fake it. Now Jones tosses it over the middle, inside the 5-yard line, and let's see. No signal just yet. They're going to call him down right at the 1. That was a tremendous play, though, as Matt Dotson made the catch and almost scored.
Yeah, Dotson, the big tight end, committed to Michigan State. Little seam route across there, no safety in the middle. Nice job by the quarterback, Mac Jones, to see him, put it on him. Nice catch, takes the big hit. Call him down at the 1-yard line. Again, no replay in this game unless targeting is called, so that will not be reviewed because it's where the ball is when you hit the ground. They call him down. It'll be marked at the 1-yard line.
DeAndre Swift has his number called. He's going to be stopped shy of the goal line. 91, Evan Chingara there to swallow him up.
And those Canadian defensive linemen probably like the American rules a little better. In Canada, you have to be a yard off the ball. Obviously, in the U.S., you can be right up to the ball, just not in the neutral zone. So these D linemen from Canada get a little closer to the ball than they're accustomed to.
Second down and goal. Canadian crowd wanting defense here. USA trying to take the lead. Here, under 30 seconds to play, first quarter. Run it one more time, and this is going to be close to the end zone, and let's see, still no signal. And there it is, touchdown, USA.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say he was in the end zone. I don't know what the hesitation was, but I think the call ultimately was right. And it's just a little zone read where the quarterback, Mac Jones, keeps it. Gets in behind his big offensive lineman, picks up that yard and a half to give USA the lead. You're gonna see the fake underneath there to Swift, and he just keeps it and he fights, and clearly as he falls across, that ball breaks the front plane of the goal line. That's a touchdown.
Mac Jones with a very productive drive for the U.S. national team. The extra point by Christian Zendejas, who is the son of the NFL great kicker Luis Zendejas.
So, I mean, that's just great kicking genes, right? I mean, he has to be a great kicker.
Certainly.
Nice answer by USA there. Canada takes the early lead, 3-0, and then USA comes back.
Kenny Sanchez, head coach of the USA national team. We've seen him active on the sidelines. He was recruited by Aaron Ingram, USA football staffer, to come on and coach this team. Said it was just a simple phone call.
Yeah.
Coach Sanchez, we want you to lead this program, and it was a no-brainer for him.
No, he said, I said, how'd you come about getting the job? And he said he got the phone call, and like you said, no-brainer. You want me to coach USA? I'm coaching. And he came and brought his staff, and he's excited.
You have to think, though, Rainey, coaching Bishop Gorman High School, one of the most decorated programs around, that has got to be a full-time thing for Coach Sanchez. He is also a member of the faculty at Bishop Gorman. That's like a collegiate program if you've never been out to Vegas.
Yeah, unbelievable facilities at Gorman, and one of the top programs nationally year in, year out.
Nice return by this Team Canada up to the 40-yard line. So that's Aiden O'Neill on the return. And a little bit slow to get up.
Illegal block in the back. Number 48 of the receiving team. Penalized 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down. Officials timeout for an injured player.
Alex Baranega was busy in our last contest and a little slow to get up. That's Dawson Budalgis, who eventually is helped off the field.
And we should say the officials there, it's kind of an all-star crew. Alex Baranega officiates in the SEC. We have Conference USA, we have MEAC, Gulf South, 3 officials from Canada and an official from the Big 12. So pretty much an all-star crew here officiating this game tonight, and this was the same crew that did the game earlier. And nice job, Busy, but I think they were on the game, making the correct calls and doing a nice job. And again, in case you're wondering, NCAA rules are what we're going by tonight. No replays other than unless targeting is called on the field.
Pump fake this time. Now throw it down the sidelines and incomplete. A flag does come down as time expires on the first quarter.
And a second flag comes down as well. So a few flags on this call for Alex Barranega to sort out.
Had an emotional pregame with national anthems from both Canada and the United States. Players running out with the flags. Lots of pride here tonight on the field.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Both are on the defense. Offside, number 16. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, number 6. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
So an automatic first down for Team Canada. Number 6 is Nick Pickett for USA. Defensive back headed to Oregon to play for Willie Taggart, who was just named the head coach. They're leaving USF.
Yeah, and going to bring a new style up to Oregon, and the Pac-12 up there did a great job at USF, did Taggart, and assuming he's going to do the same in Oregon.
Senecal hands this one off. Running game looking pretty good so far for the Canadians as Jacob Savoni takes it up, and that'll do it for the first quarter. So the USA puts a nice drive together. Mac Jones goes to his big tight end over the middle as Dotson reels it in, and then Jones finishes the drive. USA on top, 7-3.
So the USA Football 7-on-7 tournament certainly have attracted some of the top high school teams, and with those teams, some of the top high school football players. You've got prospects who are going to the Alabamas and the Clemsons of the world, and they have a chance to come out and really showcase their talent and compete alongside of their high school age teammates against their high school rivals.
And as a coach, when you look at these type of events, you want to develop your program, right, across the board. So it's your individual players. Are they developing as an individual and getting bigger, faster, and stronger? Are my assistant coaches increasing their knowledge and gaining more experience?
So when we get out and see these competitions, what's important is, first and foremost, these are the high school programs, the high school players, the high school coaches. They're naturally competitive, so the environment is very competitive. It's about the scholastic program and the coaches, players, offensively and defensively, and winning as a team.
Meet Amy. She has kids in different sports and is always on the go. For Amy, raising money is a fact of life, but it takes a lot of time, and that's exactly what Amy doesn't have. Wouldn't it be great to find a totally new way to raise money? Introducing FlipGive, the fastest and easiest way to raise money for your team, league, or school. Simply create a free fundraising page and invite your team to join. Every time someone shops through FlipGive, up to 50% is given back to your fundraiser in cash. Create a free FlipGive fundraiser today and start raising money the easy way.
So it's saying this is sports performance, whether we're talking about Olympic athletes or middle school and high school athletes, the foundation is the same. We want to remove dysfunction and then build upon their sport-specific movements to allow them to function at a very high level on and off the field.
The greatest teacher I was ever around was Chuck Noll. He was a fabulous teacher within the structure of the game, but how it translated to life. He did a great job of correlating the two. He was a great challenger. He challenged you to get the most out of you. I didn't really understand that until I got to the NFL and I was playing for Chuck Noll, and he always talked in terms of your life's work. He said, guys, football's not gonna be your life's work. I don't care how long you play, it's still not gonna be your life's work. You're gonna do other things a lot longer than playing the game of football.
The North American Championship is brought to you by ESPN, an official partner of USA Football and the Heads Up football program. Volt Athletics, train on the same program as the U.S. national team. Cutter's Gloves, the official glove of USA Football. And USA Football's Coach Performance Center. Get access to thousands of online coaching education videos at usafootball.com. Start the second quarter with Team Canada on the move. Jonathan Senecal and the offense with it. Second down from the 32-yard line. It's open over the middle. That's a quick throw. And I'll tell you what, Carl Chabot is a tough little receiver. He's kind of like Austin Renfro playing for Clemson.
Yeah, but a little shorter than Renfro, but yeah, he's tough. Go over the middle like this. Watch a quick throw by Senecal. A little bit of a three-quarter throw, gets it in there. The receiver, Chabot, takes that big hit but holds on to it. A nice pickup there on second down.
Makes it 3rd down and 2. Chabot lining up in the slot. Quarterback keeps it this time. Senecal, I don't know if that was a good idea. He is going to be taken down, and that's Joshua Brown, the Arizona commit.
Yeah, and that zone read, Senecal decides to keep in. That's the one thing, talking to head coach Steve Samara about Senecal. He said, listen, he's our best player, but he's really never faced anybody like he's going to face in this game with this USA defense. And right there, I think he learned a valuable lesson about the speed of the defense. When you choose to keep the ball on a zone read and pull it, how quick the defenders can get to you. And USA did a nice job there.
So 4th down and 1, and a punting situation. Get this one away. Taken at the 22-yard line. This is DeAndre Swift, and he is surrounded at the 25. So special teams playing very well here in the first half for Canada, as we have seen so many great players go through USA Football. The U.S. national team program has featured more than 650 high school athletes who've gone on to play NCAA football. 4 of these young men became household names. The national team featured prominent players like Heisman Trophy winner Jameis Winston. You've got Todd Gurley as well, the 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Fred Biletnikoff winner Corey Coleman, among others.
Ty Montgomery had a nice year for the Packers, and really it's a testament to how good of a job that USA Football has done and the U.S. national team, and really starting with the kids at a young age, bringing them through their system, their program, and you see how many have made it to the NFL, and that's the best of the best right there.
USA offense back on the field. That's a quick throw down the sideline. Exploding is number 14, Laviska Shenault, and he is going to go the distance. Touchdown, USA.
You just see the speed from Shenault right there, and that was Lindell Stone, a new quarterback in the game, and quick pass out. And you always hear me say, Drew, get the ball in the hands of your speedsters, your skill players in space, catch a couple blocks on the outside, and Shenault is just gone. Great blocking on the perimeter. You see a couple guys blocking in front. Look at the speed by that young man down the sideline, and he's not going to be caught. He's another Colorado commit, and great speed right there. Run after the catch, and quick strike by USA.
Zendejas on for the point after, 14-3. So back-to-back touchdowns by the U.S. national team, showing the speed. Laviska Shenault, the wide receiver, gets the pass, and you could say goodnight. 11-point lead for the Americans.
Honored to present the 22nd Annual Biletnikoff Award to Corey Coleman from Baylor.
He's got a 45-inch vertical, runs a 4.3.
I'm the best wide receiver in the country.
I'm Thomas Davis of the Carolina Panthers, and I just want to thank my high school coach, Coach Jim McFarland, for all that you've done for me over the years. Thanks for help raising me into the man that I am today. Thank you, Coach.
Laviska Shenault, the Colorado commit, the man of the moment right now, 6'1", 205 pounds, showing the athleticism on that last play from scrimmage, and USA leading right now 14-3. Drew Felios and Rini Angolia, USA dominating in our U18 matchup, and now they've taken control of this game for the moment.
Well, and for Lindell Stone, the quarterback of Virginia commit, pretty nice. You come in the game to replace Mac Jones, who was 6 for 6, by the way. Your first pass to Shenault, pretty nice, touchdown.
So many weapons on the field tonight for the U.S. national team. Zendejas to kick it off. Short kick this time, and this one takes a bounce. That is a hot potato at the 30-yard line, as we saw the U18 USA squad. They recovered 2 onside kicks in the last game.
Yeah, that's just that little pooch kick to an open area. Of course, that is a live ball, so Canada needed to get on it. Good pressure by USA to get down there.
So Joshua Donnelly is going to come back into the game for Canada, wearing number 17. It's been Senecal and Donnelly taking the snaps up to this point. From the 30-yard line, fake it. Donnelly's got a man wide open. It's Miles Manalo. And he is a big bruising fullback that likes to get his hands on the football.
Yeah, it's a good play call there as they slide Manalo underneath. Saw the pressure come on Donnelly, dumps it off to the big fullback. And a nice play on first down to move the chains.
It was interesting yesterday, Rini, when we asked the coaches from Canada, how big is football in your country? How big has it gotten? And I think that the answer was consensus. Right now, it's pretty big. It still has a lot of room to grow. And these players, I think, a big part of the growth of the sport in the state north of the border.
Well, it was funny when you asked that question, because the first response was, well, it's not hockey, but we pretty much knew that because that's religion up there. But it's got a great following, and it's been around forever. The
Personal
CFL.
Foul. Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Number 48, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
It's going to be on Malik Herring. The Georgia commit. We'll take one more look at it.
And you'll see it here, left side of the screen. Clearly hands to the face to the left tackle, Andy McFalls, and it's a good call there. But, getting back to football in Canada, a lot of people don't realize the CFL has actually been around longer than the NFL.
Yeah.
So football's been in Canada a long time. It's played a little different, a little more wide open, but when it comes down to it, you're running the ball, passing the ball, and you're tackling.
Here's Trottier, the ball carrier, and how about number 90, Axel Niyimbwe, defensive lineman who right now is feasting. And this big guy is headed to Duke. So he gets it done in the classroom, also on the field.
And I know the defensive line coach at Duke, Ben Elbert, former teammate of mine at UMass, and so the big man there is going to play for a good coach.
2-yard loss, and they're going to try the home run. It is set up nicely, and it's caught inside the 5-yard line. A perfect strike to Lucas Nurkowski, and it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, Nurkowski just gets lost down the right side. I don't know, it looked like it might have been a mix-up in coverage by USA in the back end, but the receiver, Nurkowski, just goes right down, and you see, looked like a double team went to the middle of the field, let Nurkowski go. It was Elijah Blades, number 1. The safety kind of came off him, and you see 13, Kay Vincent Jr. let him go, thinking he's going to get safety help. Doesn't get it, and it's a huge play for Canada.
Trottier now gets the football for Canada. He'll try and get the edge, and it's going to be cut off before he was able to make the cut inside. Elijah Blades was right there waiting for him.
But a big play for Canada, something they needed in this ball game. We'll see if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, or if this USA defense can hold them to a field goal attempt.
I think Canada's got to stay close, Rini. They cannot continue to play from double digits down all night long.
Yeah, and I agree. This is an important possession with under 8 minutes now to go until halftime. They need to get points here, preferably a touchdown.
Try and hand it that same guy, and Trottier is going to be swallowed up again. Thrown for a loss one more time. Big number 35, Christopher Allen, the Alabama commit.
I was going to say another Alabama commit, and you see the big guy, Christopher Allen, just come inside out. He reads it from that linebacker spot. You'll hear me say it a lot. Read it and react to it, and that's what he does right there. Gets there and makes the play.
3rd and goal now. If you are the U.S. national team, it would go such a long way for able to hold Canada to a field goal. And once again, 2 moving, and our officials immediately step in.
Timeout, Team USA. This will be a 30-second timeout.
USA calls a timeout just before that.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest issues Canada had to deal with. Remember, their wide receivers are used to being able to move towards the line of scrimmage at the snap. They can't do that in this game.
Well, the U.S. national team regional development camps are 2-day events featuring NCAA coaches as instructors, providing athletes nationwide with a chance to earn a spot on the U.S. national team. In 2017, USA Football will host 30 regional development camps nationwide. Earn your status at a regional development camp. Visit usafootball.com/regionals to learn more.
And the thing I love about USA Football and U.S. national team is they don't only work with the players, they work with the coaches out there as well. And we hear a lot about the heads-up program, the proper techniques, and making tackles and coaching the game, and it's done wonders for the game of football. I'm biased. I love this game. I don't think there's a game even close to it in terms of not only teaching you about football, but it teaches you about life. I mean, you learn things in football that you use till the day you die. You really do. It's made me the person I am today, and I just love football, and I love what USA Football is doing for the game.
Joshua Donnelly, the shotgun now. This team spreads it out from the 5-yard line. Donnelly's going to go with a quick throw, looking back of the end zone, and incomplete. So there was a small opening for Trottier along the back. He was able to make the catch, but a little bit too wide.
Yeah, they did a little crossing route, and they got the matchup they wanted as the receiver, Trottier, end up getting picked up by Josh Clark, the linebacker, but just couldn't thread that needle to get it in there as he makes the catch out of bounds. Now in Canada, you got that really long end zone, and so it's a little tighter here, and just couldn't get it in.
Coach Samara's got to be impressed. As his team now will try a field goal. It's a 22-yard attempt. David Soley, and this kick, did it squeak through? Yes, it did. Keep in mind, these are NFL goalposts these kickers are kicking into here tonight.
Yeah, and therefore the hash marks are in there tighter as well. But there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to see what it is.
Offside. On a defense, penalty is declined. Field goal is good.
So Canada elects to keep the points.
And I think that's wise. Don't take the points off the board. So if you're Canada, you're happy you got 3. If you're at USA, you're happy though as well, because you held after you gave up the big pass play, held Canada to a field goal.
USA players having fun on the sideline. Same with this team, Canada. Thomas Trottier, a couple good plays on that last drive.
Yeah, and one of the great things as well about this week is the Pro Bowls here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these kids got to see some of the best players in the game. They had the skills challenge this week and just all kinds of festivities going on here at Wide World Sports, and just a great week. And to cap it off with the North American Championship is great.
Yeah, the festivities here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports, the crowds have just been awesome. The game is sold out. You can watch it Sunday night on ESPN. The best of the best in the NFL going at it. And I think just great to have the Pro Bowl back on the mainland as this ball taken across the 30-yard line. Rini, it's been in Honolulu, Hawaii for years, and now it's in Orlando, and I hope it stays.
The other big thing is it's back to the traditional way of AFC versus NFC. I like that better, and I think this week's been great, and it's fitting that there's only one game left after this one, and it's the Pro Bowl, and so we get to enjoy this U19 North American Championship and then sit back and watch the Pro Bowl from Camping World Stadium here in Orlando.
Yeah, this is just a fabulous sight for it. Fans have had a great time. You got the tents set up around the complex here, and these players have just soaked it all in, just being a part of this week.
You know, and the game's sold out. Camping World Stadium is sold out. So I'd like to know when's the last time the Pro Bowl sold out. It's probably been a while.
Oh, yeah.
If ever.
1st and 10 now. Ball from the 30. The USA trying to run it against that stout defensive line for Canada. And that's going to be a pickup of 1. There's some beef along that front. See big number 90, Jamin Pelly.
Yeah, and he gets off the ball as well, and that's what you need to do. You need to get that push up front, and you know, Pelly 6'5", 320 is every bit of it from Calgary, Alberta, and you need to do that against this USA offensive line. You got to get off the ball, and Pelly right in the middle playing that nose guard position, doing a nice job thus far.
2nd down and 9. Lindell Stone is the quarterback for the U.S. national team. They'll throw it near sideline. It's caught. Eddie Lewis able to make the grab. So Lindell Stone, new quarterback for this U.S. national team. Lindell is out of Woodbury Forest, Virginia, Woodbury Forest High School, and he is headed to the University of Virginia.
And it's important for the Virginia program and the ACC to be able to put a fence around their state. And those good players like Lindell Stone, you need to keep them home, and they did a nice job recruiting him. And of course, it's just a commit until it's signing day, but so far these players have said these are their commits, this is where they're going.
3rd down 7. Oh, great throw. And that's caught at the 40-yard line, pushed out at the 45. Good hands by Alexander Marshall. And for Florida fans, going to be excited. He is headed to Florida State. He's going to be a Seminole.
I know a couple people that graduated from there. Good school.
27, offense, 15-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's the 2nd illegal hands to the face the U.S. national team has had in this first half.
You know, and that's one of those points of emphasis that the officials in the NCAA this year really made. They watch guys' hands. They want to get their hands down away. You can't get those hands up in the face. Now, if you get it up there originally and it slides up first, they'll let you get it down, okay, and not call the flag. But when you get it there and you keep it there with a push, they're going to call that penalty. It's something they watch, and we've seen a few of those tonight now in this game and the game previous.
Makes it a 3rd down and 23. Tough down for the Americans. Lindell Stone with 4 wide receivers. Stone's got some time, can rifle it downfield, and the receiver's out there. He overshoots everybody though, and it'll be 4th down. So the Canadian defense able to hold.
And doing a nice job up front, and they're sending a lot of stunts and twists at that offensive line for USA, trying to get pressure on the quarterback, and they're holding their own up front, playing really well as Canada.
So Canada with some momentum right now, getting a score, then a stop. David Heaton, punter, is on the field for the U.S. national team. Aiden O'Neill is back to receive for Canada. O'Neill is standing just beyond the 40-yard line on the other side. He's gonna have to come up to make this catch. It takes a bounce and a Canada bounce. Oh, that ends up being a great play for Canada. And they have got field position, Rainey, at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, not a good punt at all, and it hits and bounces backwards. No one's there to down it. And as you said, great field position for Canada. See if they can take advantage of it here.
A little bit of concern on the face of Kenny Sanchez. He's won 8 straight state titles As a member of the Bishop Gorman coaching staff, the last 2, he's been the head coach.
And much like Matt Hennessy in the U18 game, Kenny Sanchez is a defensive-oriented coach, was a defensive coordinator before head coach, and that's really his passion, where he loves to coach that defensive side of the ball.
So Canada going for back-to-back scores here. Jonathan Senecal back in at quarterback. He's going to wind up, toss it sideline. Oh, looked like contact there. Catch nearly made by Keenan Dix.
Yeah, and Dix tries to go up and high point that ball. He's a 6'3" receiver, but good coverage by USA, and Kerry Vincent Jr. was there, and good throw by Senecal. Again, only 17 years old, brought up on this U19 team, and you look there, and Dix got away with a little bit of a push, but I think all in all, the officials are letting him play down the sideline. But a nice throw by Senecal, just can't make the completion. As a receiver, Keenan Dix can't come down with it.
Coach Sumera says that his quarterback, Jonathan Senecal, could be the best quarterback to come out of Canada in an awfully long time. That's how talented he is. And you see, he just kind of methodically takes his team down the field, hits Miles Manalo. He says, I know one thing about my quarterback, Senecal. No matter how ferocious this U.S. national team defense is, Senecal is going to be a cool customer on the field.
Well, and he's that quarterback that's just cool under pressure, and he understands the game. You can see it by watching him, and he's got all the tools, he's got the arm, he's got the quick delivery, but he understands the game. And, you know, it just comes easy for some guys at the quarterback position. And for Senecal, boy, he's good, only 17 years old.
Tanner Sudo is his running back. Here comes the blitz. Oh, my. Christopher Allen.
Now, I don't care how good you are at quarterback. If you don't block a blitzing outside linebacker by the name of Christopher Allen, who, oh, by the way, is headed to Alabama, one of the best defensive programs ever in college football, that'll make your night really short.
Are we sure that that's not a Pro Bowler in disguise?
Yes, right?
Man, he came off that end very quick. Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
And that's the thing about Alabama. You talk about their great recruiting classes. There's a player right there in Christopher Allen that's from Louisiana. He's from Baton Rouge. And he doesn't go to LSU, right? Nick Saban's able to sneak in there and get him and pull him away. So not only are you getting a great player, but you're keeping him from a rival in your own conference.
Illegal substitution, offense, 12 players in formation, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
You know, there are times, Marini, in football, when you have a play like that hits you in the mouth like that, it just kind of throws everything off, doesn't it?
Well, it does one of two things. It either wakes you up or it throws everything off, like, oh boy, that hurt. I'm not used to getting hit like that from the blind side.
So 4th and 12. And Canada will punt it away here. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Let this ball go. It's right near the goal line. It goes out of bounds.
What a great punt.
At the 2-yard line. That is a dandy.
The old coffin corner. You just don't see that a lot out of punters anymore. Really directional punting, trying to pin it inside the 5-yard line. And boy, what a great job. And look at the covering team for Canada. They don't even know where the ball is. And now he realizes, let me go. But the ball says, I'll take a right turn. I'll put the blinker on and go out on my own.
So David Soley, tremendous job getting that done. There's been some great punters coming out of Canada in the past.
It's a dangerous weapon, you know. It's one of those positions that's really underrated. It can flip field position if you're a good punter, and you can pin teams down deep just like that. So it's really is an important position.
So 14-6 game. And now interesting to see, you've got plenty of time to work with if you're the U.S. national team, but you obviously have to be careful here. You don't have a negative play, because if you do, you're going to give up 2.
Well, and you're going to get a delay of the game, and you could tell they were just slow coming off the sideline.
Offense, penalize half the distance to the goal line, First down.
So now you're at the 1, and so the old rule of thumb, Drew, when you're backed up like this, you power the ball out, and you just try to get out to the 4 or 5 yard line, give yourself a little breathing room. That's what we used to do back in the day. Now you see coaches, though, taking more chances. You got to be careful, though, because remember, a penalty in the end zone is a safety.
Lindell Stone is the quarterback. He'll work out the shotgun. Extra protection, you see. Now he'll just try and heave it downfield. Off the helmet of number 27 that time for the Canadians.
Yeah, Mick Werder just ran in coverage and kept running, and you called it. The ball hit him right in the head, falls incomplete. You know, we talked about running it out, getting some breathing room. Again, coaches are just a little different now as they pass from the end zone, and little hand jockeying, nothing wrong with it. Again, you do not have to turn around. There's no such thing as face guarding in college football as long as you're not contacting the receiver, and McWhirter's just running with him. Little hand jockeying from both of them. The ball hits him in the head. It's an incomplete pass. The officials are kind of talking about something here, and they're ready to go.
2nd and 11 now. Clock stopped, 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. There's a nice run, and running over a tackler is DeAndre Swift. He looks like a Georgia running back, doesn't he?
I was going to say, I mean, the long lineage of great backs at Georgia. And Swift's got that good running back build, 6 foot, 210 pounds. You said it, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, St. Joseph Prep. And yeah, he looks like he's going to fit in really well in Georgia.
Got Nick Chubb in the past. Todd Gurley has done great things.
And we talked about Gurley coming through the U.S. national team as well. So,
yeah, no Sean Moreno. The list goes on and on. A little bit too much juking that time. It allows the Canadian defense to catch up.
That's exactly what I would tell Swift right there. Listen, when you turn the corner, square the shoulders and go. You're 6 foot, 210 pounds. If you only get 1 or 2 yards, so be it. But when you start dancing and you go back into the middle, that's where the traffic's coming. More bad things happen than good when you do that. There's only been one player in the history, and I'm a former running back, that ever did that and good stuff happened, and his name was Barry Sanders. And I haven't seen anyone else do the things he's done on the football field since. So I would tell running backs, square those shoulders and go and get what you can get.
2nd down now. Stone wants to throw again. 3-man rush for Canada. And he'll rifle it downfield. Intercepted, no dropped. It looked like he was into the hands of Daniel Valente, but he couldn't squeeze it.
Yeah, great protection. You said it, only a 3-man rush. Had all day back there to throw. He lets it go, and I think his receiver, K.D. Nixon, actually fell down. As you see Stone deliver this ball, you're going to see the receiver for USA kind of come back and go down, and he's just trying to make the catch. Good coverage as well by Canada. By Valente, just can't come down with the interception.
Valente out of London, Ontario. And now it's 3rd down. Just over a minute to work with for the U.S. national team. Trying to set up the screen again. Able to get it to Swift. He's got some real estate, and he's got some blocks. Across midfield. Now to the 40, and out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Team USA in business.
I mean, it's a great call, the screen play to Swift. And I tell you what, Canada almost breaks the play up early on. But give credit to Lindell Stone to slide out of there, make sure he got the ball to his running back. Good catch. You see the linebacker right there, just cannot make the play. That's Jacob Mazil. And then Swift's going to pick up some blocks, gets that ball in the left hand, little stutter step there, trying to get the defender off base, a little bit of a stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds by Valente, but a huge play for USA. Now they're in position to get some points here before half.
There were some crushing blocks that we saw on that play. And now a timeout on the field with some tired bodies after that long play. So a 30-second timeout with 46 ticks on the clock.
And that's a backbreaker for Canada. You got USA 3rd and long. You think you're going to get the ball back, right? In good position to try to get some points to either tie the game up or get it closer. Instead, They get the screen pass on you, which is a typical play on 3rd and long, and the linebacker just can't make the play, and then Swift cuts it back inside, picks up some blocks, gets to the outside, switches the ball. I don't have a problem with that because he gets it in that left hand, that proper hand towards the sideline, stiff arming, and he was running out of some steam as well as he gets run out of bounds, but a huge play for USA.
So much pride on the line tonight. And we've seen this USA attack, very simple, kind of in the mold of what Bishop Gorman likes to do.
And we see a little rain coming down now. We get a little football weather, a little chilly out there for Florida anyway.
Lindell Stone under center. Backwards pass, and they'll set up the long one downfield. All alone and caught for the touchdown. It's Matt Dotson.
Boy, and I saw that one coming. You saw the lateral pass.
Flag on the field though, Rainey.
Yeah, we'll see if this one stands. And I think it's going to be excessive celebration because I think Matt Dotson dunked it over the goalpost, so you're going to get 15, but you had the lateral pass, Lindell Stone to Randall Grimes, the USC commit, threw a beautiful pass. Matt Dotson was wide open, so I think this touchdown's going to stand. We'll see what the call is, though, however, from Alex Barranega.
Touchdown is good. Following the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct, Team USA number 86. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. This is number 86, first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
And you see the lateral pass right there, and you could tell Grimes was getting ready to throw it the whole way. And I tell you what, Matt Dotson just releases, and you see the dunk here, and he's excited, but NCAA rules, you're going to get a penalty now, and at 15 yards on the kickoff, you hope it doesn't hurt him. But clearly a penalty, but a great play call. We see some trick plays in that first game, and they're not disappointing here in this U19 game as well.
How about the pass from Randall Grimes? Right on the money, and right now there's a lot of swag on that USA sideline. Matt Dotson is loving life. Dotson is committed to Michigan State. 6'5", 230 pounds. These players, this night means a ton to them.
And Grimes, how about the pass by Grimes? And USC commit, so a little Pac-12 to Big Ten there. Hook up. And he's probably been planning it for weeks. Hey, if I score, I'm dunking it over the goalpost. It's probably something he's been dreaming about, and usually coaches would get ultra upset over that, but in a game like this, I think they're going to probably let it slide a little bit.
Yeah, remember the dunk over the goalpost? That used to be a popular move, like back in the 80s, and then it just kind of went away. You got so many other more creative things now that the players do.
I don't even think you can do it in the NFL anymore, because anything pre-planned, they're going to flag you for it. It's got to be just spontaneous celebration. You see, Kenny Sanchez looks pretty relaxed. He's not going to get on him. I tell you what, now they got 15 yards on his kickoff. If it hurts him and Canada gets some points, he might get a little ear chewing in the locker room.
Ball falls flat at the 45-yard line. 33 seconds to work with now for this Canadian team. Played pretty well in the first half. USA. Players, you can just sense after the first 24 minutes, a little bit of a talent edge to the U.S. national team, I think.
No, I would agree with that. And again, neither of these teams have scouted the other ones. They're worried about themselves, so no one really knew what they were going to come up with. And even Steve Samara, the head coach in Canada, said, we'll see when we kick this thing off. And they're finding out this USA team's pretty talented.
Fake it to Kabanga. Now elude the rush. Oh, that's a great second look there. Tommy Neild with it for Canada down to the 42-yard line.
USA did a nice job there. They'll give him the underneath pass, come up, make the tackle, keep him in bounds. So the clock's running. They don't get the first down to stop the clock. And I was going to say, Canada with one timeout left really needs to burn it.
Team Canada, 30-second timeout.
So a chance for Coach Samara to get together with his team and possibly draw something up with 11 seconds to play.
Yeah, I mean, you roughly got 2 plays in 11 seconds, so you can choose to really run maybe an out pattern and try to maybe get 3 out of it, or take a couple shots down the field, maybe get a pass interference or maybe get a Hail Mary.
You know, Coach Sumera was funny yesterday. He said, this complex, ESPN Wide World of Sports, is so awesome. When I got here, I asked the organizers, where does my team go? And they said, field 30. He's like, field 30? We don't have 30 fields in Ottawa.
Yeah, it was funny. And this is a massive complex. And I should tell you, every field is as nice as the next. So this is field 17 is the main field. But let me tell you, field 30, manicured just as nice. I mean, it's a great facility here at Wide World Sports. And every football team or sports team for that matter, because they do so much stuff out here that comes here, they all love it.
This is championship field here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. The grandstand, the lights, and the best action around right now. The U.S. national team stealing the show. Deontay Johnson credited with the sack. And that should do it for the first half of play. So Canada just able to hold their ground for the moment, but USA with tons of momentum heading into intermission, a 21-6 lead.
I mean, I just think the speed and athleticism for USA on both sides of the ball really has been the difference. And again, the defense stepping up, making some big plays when they had to.
So DeAndre Swift made a huge play for USA. And that game changer as they were backed up. And then the touchdown eventually by Matt Dodson. And it's 21-6 heading to intermission. And we are joined now by the head coach of Team Canada, Steve Sumera. Coach, tough task for your team tonight. What adjustments can you make in the second half to keep this USA team in check?
Well, the big one is, we blew a couple coverages there, and that obviously that led to explosion-type plays, and they got some speed on that side of the field, and that hurt for sure.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Steve Sumera, the head coach of Team Canada, will get with his team. USA playing well, 21-6 as we head to intermission. From the ESPN Wide World of Sports, this is the North American Championship on ESPNU.
Focus, get that mental work now. Time to eat. 1, 2, 3.
We've been doing this since we were 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, all right? We got one last shot, all right?
Be smart, short-term memory. Okay, in a football game, good things and bad things happen. Stay smart. Blue flags, break down. Catch the ball, get upfield.
Shot to the corner of the end zone and finds his man, and you just call touchdown, Panthers.
What USA Football is reinforcing is the things we already do, which is positive. But we've also had a number of coaches saying, hey, this is great that we're emphasizing this part of the game. You're not telling me how to do X's and O's, what type of defense to run, what type of offense to run. That's not the role of heads-up football. The role of heads-up football is teach those all-player basic fundamentals of blocking and tackling and understanding this development of a continuum. And I think coaches, they buy into that.
To me, it has nothing to do with what level you're playing at. This is just the right way to tackle, and we really think that we're seeing the future of football.
Right foot, and boom! You will have your hands ready, eyes to the thighs, so make sure our eyes are looking up. What we've achieved here really is a landmark moment. The idea that the NFL, Pete Carroll and Rocky Sett and the Seahawks, the American Football Coaches Association, USA Football, we've all come together to ensure that there's going to be consistent technique and consistent terminology taught through the shoulder tackling system.
We believe in shoulder contact here, and we think that we have ways that we would like to share with you that might help your game.
I think because of maybe some of the naming, heads up and hawk, people failed to realize that the actual fundamental principle was we wanted to tackle with our shoulders.
The tackling discussion has just evolved. Just over the last 5 years with USA Football, we're finally able to now unify the language of how we teach safer tackling.
If this system didn't work on the field, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
This is where the game is going, and we want to make sure that we're working as best we can to solidify this game for the future.
Back here at the North American Championship, 21-16, the U.S. national team leads Team Canada. In 2016, more than 9,000 high schools, middle schools, and youth organizations participated in USA Football's Heads Up Football program. The nationally renowned health and safety program takes a comprehensive approach to a better, safer game, covering player safety and football fundamentals for high schools, middle schools, and youth leagues. Enroll your program in Heads Up Football at usafootball.com/headsup. Here's a look at the positive difference Heads Up Football is making today.
The words that we use have a direct relation to their learning thought process. We're going to put this all together. So break down, go, close the gap. Right before making contact, I buzz my feet based on my hit step, shoot, and rip my way through it.
I was really concerned about the game and the way the game was perceived, and me as a head football coach seeing a decline in the numbers of my youth program and the exposure of concussions and the way it was looked at in relation to high school football, and that concerned me.
It first really kind of came across my desk when I started to receive phone calls from parents of youth players, middle school players, essentially going into high school, when mom would call me and say, hey, who's the player safety coach at this high school? And I would scratch my head and I would say, player safety coach, what's that? It sparked my interest.
I think it's important for us to be out in front of some of these things and making sure that we're doing absolutely everything we can to make the game as safe as possible.
I asked Terry Summerfield, who is a coach at one of our local high schools and a master trainer in USA Football, to come in and do a presentation for our executive board on Heads Up Football. Our executive board thought the program was excellent.
Heads Up Football is promoting the game of football in every aspect.
So the board said, hey, let's take it to the voting body of the OSAA, the Delegate Assembly. And in spring of 2015, our Delegate Assembly voted to adopt Heads Up Football as a requirement at all our member schools.
So here's the steps. Today you've gone through your training. You're going to go back and you're going to communicate with your athletic director on the coaches that you have in your program. Get them the high school certification. Then you'll conduct a coach's clinic. You're going to do the same thing with your parents. I think so many times we assume that because we're coaching these kids, the parents, they're trusting us all the time. But we have to think of it the same way. We can't assume that the kids are going to know anything.
What USA Football is reinforcing is the things we already do, which is positive. But we've also had a number of coaches saying, hey, this is great that we're emphasizing this part of the game. You're not telling me how to do X's and O's, what type of defense to run, what type of offense to run. That's not the role of Heads Up Football. The role of Heads Up Football is to teach those all-player basic fundamentals of blocking and tackling and understanding this development of a continuum. And I think coaches, they buy into that.
If you love the game of football and you love working with kids and you want to do the right thing, USA Football is going to provide you, give you the tools that is going to put an emphasis on the players.
Stick.
And its safety.
Finish all the way through.
We think it's the best initiative out there, comprehensive player safety course. I feel extremely comfortable in the fact that we're going to have 241 schools in this association, all of which are Heads Up schools, all of which have player safety coaches, and their coaching staffs have all completed the online requirements to be Heads Up certified.
USA Football, the Heads Up Football program, is the right thing to do for any football program. Youth, high school, college, pro, it doesn't matter. It's what's right for the game.
Want you to see all of the lights.
Gatorade bars. Never let hunger get in the way of your game.
The North American Championship is brought to you by McDavid, a proud partner of USA Football. First Down Playbook, a supporting sponsor of the U.S. national team. Shock Doctor, the official mouthguard of USA Football. And USA Football 7-on-7, built by high school coaches for high school teams. Register today for a USA Football 7-on-7 tournament. Halftime here on Championship Field at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. 21-6, United States leading Canada at the North American Championship. Drew Felios, Sereni Angolia. We've had a great time tonight. Let's size up both teams here at halftime and take a look at the plays. Similar, so Canada has been able to get a lot more done offensively than the under-18s were able to do, but still, Rini, they trail. Why?
Yeah, I mean, total yards, USA really dominate there, and the big one on these stats here is third down conversions, 0 for 5, and that's just it's a good job by USA defense getting off the field, getting their offense the ball back, but if you're Canada, you have to convert some of those and keep drives going.
Big plays by both teams. In the first half, Canada and the United States both had their moments. Mac Jones over the middle this time. It's a big play as Matt Dotson, the big tight end, has been very involved from the start.
He has. Dotson, the Michigan State commit, very involved today. And there you go, Mac Jones keeps it on his own. He's able to get in there. Canada, came back. Big play here.
Joshua Donnelly able to hit Lucas Nurkowski in stride. And then near the goal line, and it's a number 22, and he was stuffed right there. The defense tightened up after that.
And that was a big possession because USA kept Canada out of the end zone there as we see the Alabama commit Christopher Allen come up and make that big play and held Canada to 3 there.
How about this play? Down the sideline, like a bolt of lightning. Chenault, the wide receiver, headed to Colorado. Laviska, Chenault, touchdown.
And that was when Lindell Stone came in. One pass to Chenault for the touch. And then a little trickeration here is Randall Grimes. Wide receiver pass to Matt Dotson. A little dunk to finish it off. And he'll take the 15-yarder as well.
21-6 is your score as we head to the third quarter. Canada and the United States at the North American Championship.
Disney Soccer Showcase is the ultimate place for top clubs and players to be seen by hundreds of top college coaches looking for great soccer talent. Rated the #1 youth soccer tournament in the U.S. in a Soccer America survey, Disney Soccer Showcase gives athletes a chance to shine on one of the biggest and best stages set for youth soccer in the country, here at ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. For more information, visit DisneySoccerShowcase.com. The ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex is one of the most exciting youth baseball complexes in America, where players of all ages compete against both national and international rivals. Athletes can hone their skills year-round through open registration tournaments and spring training programs for high school and college teams on major league quality fields while creating memories that last a lifetime. To find out how your team can play here, visit DisneyBaseball.com.
Both teams back on the field here at the North American Championship, 21-6, U.S. national team and Team Canada. See the MVP of the first game, Mohamed Sanogo, giving players high fives down on the field. Boy, did he ever put on a show for the U18s. And we're seeing more of a defensive line domination for the Americans in this game. It was the linebackers in the last one.
Well, when you come into games like this, I think the defense always has an advantage because it's faster to adjust to new teammates in a system when you only have 4 or 5 days than it is when you have to do it offensively. So inherently in games like this, the defenses, I believe, always have an advantage.
Yeah, USA much bigger, a little more physical than Canada after one half of play. Let's See if the Canadians have an answer. And let's keep in mind, a lot of players on this Canadian team moved up this year, so they've got younger guys trying to play at this elite level and feeling it right now.
Yeah, and I think that'll pay dividends. That'll be a benefit to this as the years go on for Canada.
Joined now by Kenny Sanchez. He is the head coach of this USA national team. And coach, your team started a little bit slow, but able to really pick things up. Does anything have to be adjusted here as we get ready for the second half?
Yeah, I thought we did start off a little slow, a little sluggish, but that's not uncommon when you're got a week of practice and you're bringing a bunch of guys in from different teams and different offenses and different defenses. But I thought they settled in the pocket pretty well and finished off the half really, really good. Yeah, we made adjustments right here in the second half as well. There's always adjustments to be made no matter what the score is. There's like I tell my kids back home, and I told these guys here that you don't look at the scoreboard till the game's over. So we made some adjustments, and we got to go out here and we got to execute in the second half.
Coach, I know defense is your forte, and really other than it looked like maybe one blown coverage where Canada had that long pass play, but the defense was able to step up and hold them to 3. Got to be really happy with your defensive play.
Yeah, you know what I am? I'm really happy to have guys that are big-time Division I football players. Yeah. They make me look like I know what I'm doing, right?
Coach, I know it means a lot for you to be the head coach of this team. Your brother Joseph, a U.S. Army Staff Sergeant. That also just the honor that comes with being the head coach. What does it mean to you to be out there tonight?
It's kind of one of those things that you're not really expecting, and then we said goodbye to my brother to ship him off to Iraq for his 3rd tour. He's there right now, and so obviously it's real close to home, and but anytime you don't really realize it till you get here, and the national anthem's playing, and you're wearing your colors, and you're wearing the USA Team USA on your chest, and what an honor and privilege, and I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Coach. Kenny Sanchez, head coach of the U.S. national team. Coach, go get him.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Also want to let everybody know that ESPN3 is available at military bases around the world. This truly can be seen anywhere across the globe here tonight.
Yeah, and I like what Coach Sanchez said there. I mean, you don't realize the magnitude of playing for your country until, boy, you're there, you're listening to the anthem, and then it hits you. I'm the head coach for the U.S. national team. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, certainly is. The best of the best.
And I also love his answer that, hey, it's pretty fun coaching defense when every player out there is a Division I big-time recruit. So let him go play.
Certainly makes your job a lot easier as Jalen Reagor back to receive for the U.S. national team. He'll take it from the 11-yard line. This is Katie Nixon on the return. Nixon makes a move. He is a tough guy to bring down. He's got to the 32.
Yeah, and he's got quick feet, does Katie Nixon. He's going to do some great things at Colorado in the Pac-12 next year.
See Nixon a lot on special teams tonight. I've not seen them try and get him the ball from the quarterback. Let's see if that changes here.
And now this is an important series here to start this second half for Canada on defense. I think they need to stop USA. They need to get the ball back. If they let USA go down here and put any points on the board, especially a touchdown, I think it might be a hole that's dug too deep for them. So let's see how they come out here in the second half defensively.
Big number 91, Evan Gingara, digging in for Canada. First down and 10. The shotgun stepping up and going down right near the line of scrimmage. Mac Jones didn't have anywhere to go, and that was big 91, Gingara making the play.
Yeah, I mean, right on cue. Gingara steps up, makes the play, and gets the sack on Mac Jones.
Mac Jones impressive in the first half. Rini, he did not have one incomplete ball.
Yeah, spread the ball around, and I think his favorite receiver was Matt Dotson, the big tight end, and did a nice job. But right there, some good pressure from Canada, and that's what they have to do against these USA quarterbacks, get pressure on them.
After the pickup of one, Jones hands this one off, and this is a nice run by Kalan LeBourne. So he's going to get it close to a first down.
Yeah, and LeBourne, I mean, it looked like he just ripped the ball out of the hands of Mac Jones, and Mac Jones looked a little surprised, like he didn't want to give him the ball, and it's a little zone read, and you saw Jones kind of look back at him and go, okay, I guess you want it, take it, and guess what? He takes it for a first down.
And Gingara there once more to take him down. It will be a first down, though. Back to throw. Jones winds it up again. He is just on target tonight. As Johnny Johnson able to get his hands on it.
Yeah, just an out cut there from Johnny Johnson, and you said it. Mac Jones puts it right on him on that out cut, able to make the catch, turn it up for the gain.
So Mac Jones doing everything tonight. 10 first downs now for this U.S. national team. 21-6 is your score. Jones takes it himself. Boy, he disguised that perfectly. And look at the speed. To the 10, 5, get in there, touchdown.
Well, it's funny because the last couple zone reads that Mac Jones ran, I think he actually wanted to keep it, but the running backs took it out of his hands. And that time he said, you know what, I'm going to make sure I keep it, as he pulls it out of the belly of his running back LeBourne and gets some great blocking up front by that offensive line. And he hits the hole hard. And see you later, touchdown USA.
How often do you see a quarterback outrun a secondary like Mac Jones just did? Zendejas. This is the first extra point he has missed tonight. So it'll stay a 27-6 game. But USA led by Mac Jones. He has played a near perfect ball game before heading to Tuscaloosa to suit up for Nick Saban in Alabama. He rips this one right up the gut. A gasher to make it 27-6.
There's no doubt in my mind that tonight is our time. So we're gonna celebrate tonight. We're gonna celebrate Independence Day tonight. Repeat after me. If every member on this football team felt like me, what kind of a team will this team be? I represent this country, and I represent my last name. With one goal and one aim, to have fun and to win games. So this right here, it's my time. It's in my heart. It's in my mind. I work real hard to get my shot. So this right here, it's turn up time. 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 Hey, 1, 2, 3, turn up.
The North American Championship is brought to you by FlipGive, a fundraising partner of USA Football. St. Vincent Sports Performance, the official sports medicine partner of the U.S. national team. Registration Saver, USA Football's exclusive youth league and camp registration insurance partner. And USA Football Shop. Get your U.S. national team and USA Football apparel and gear today at usafootball.com. And right now the U.S. national team looking very comfortable, 27-6 over Canada here in the U19 championship. Drew Felios-Rini and Golia. We're here in Central Florida. This is where the Pro Bowl is being played this week at Camping World Stadium. We are at the ESPN Wide World of Sports here, where there's just been action all week long. We've seen the skills competition, seen the players here practicing, the fans here from around the world this week, and now this great event, the North American Championship, just another big part of it.
And again, great festivities all week, and of course, capped off with the Pro Bowl at 8 o'clock on ESPN at Camping World Stadium. Technically 7:50 if you want to get official, but we'll call it 8 o'clock on ESPN, and just a great cap off to a great week here in the Orlando area.
Rini, we've got the Pro Bowl this week. We've got the drone drop, which has been the talk of the skills competition this week as well. It's been a week unlike any other, and I think just happy to have the game here on the mainland after years of it being in Hawaii. And this is Jonathan Senecal back in the game. He's got the short dump off. And Rini, you had a chance a couple weeks ago to go to the College Football National Playoff Championship in Tampa, Clemson, Alabama. What kind of an experience was that?
I mean, just a unbelievable atmosphere to be able to go to a national championship. I went as a spectator. I wasn't working, and just an unbelievable game, and glad I went.
Best game you've ever been to in college?
I'd have to say, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jonathan Senecal could be playing college football pretty soon. As good as it gets in Canada at the quarterback position. He's got this one complete. And you see the tackle made by Nick Pickett. And this is going to draw a flag as Carl Chabot reeled another one in.
Yeah, he's a tough one, boy. I mean, you put the ball anywhere in there, Chabot, he makes the catch, and looks like he's going to draw a penalty as well.
Chabot kind of got bent back
Personal
that time.
foul, face mask, number 6 of the defense. The 15-yard penalty is added on to the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
It's on Nick Pickett, defensive back who is Oregon bound.
And the one thing for USA here, I mean, you got a pretty comfortable lead, but you don't want to take your foot off the gas. You just got to keep playing every down until this game's over, because believe me, this Canadian team is not going to stop fighting. That's the one thing Steve Samara told us. They will battle and compete till the end.
Yep. Try and run it. Kabanga's not been able to get anything going. But this time able to shake the defense for some pretty good yardage. Up to the 25. That's the best run he's had all night long.
And that's going to teach a lesson to a few of the USA defenders there, that you don't quit on the play, because guess what? Kabanga didn't, and he kept going. He should have been dropped for a loss. Instead, he gets a positive gain on it, and you got to keep attacking the running back until he's on the ground. And so, especially at the next level, you can't give up on plays. When you think you've missed the guy, you got to trail it. You got to make sure you get him to the ground.
7 yards on the gain. And now second down at 3. 3 wide receivers now. Senecal throws right. There'll be another short pickup. That's Dembangi on the reception.
And just a nice little out cut by Dembangi. Again, Senecal gets it on him, makes the catch. And this is a nice drive by Canada here, trying to answer the opening touchdown in the second half from USA.
Short pickup that time, makes it 3rd down and short.
And they're going to measure, and they got to bring the chains in from the far side of the field, because those are the official chains. First measurement tonight.
Canada took a 3-0 lead from the start, and then the USA went on top 7-3, and they've led ever since. Canada has not gotten in the end zone tonight. We're going to be short here. And let's see if this 4th down coming up here. If you're Canada, I think it's going to be 3rd down coming up. But Canada's not gotten into the end zone. Rini, this USA defense has been really, really tough to penetrate, especially when Canada's got it inside the 20.
Yeah, and I mean, the big play, or big series of play was, you know, when Canada hit that long pass to Nurkowski and they got inside the 5, the USA defense was able to step up, keep him out of the end zone, and hold him to a field goal.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1. I think this is a great chance if you're Canada.
Go play action?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take a shot down the field?
Go 2 for 1. Why not?
Yeah.
Because you know USA is going to be extremely aggressive here.
And I agree with you, because I think Coach Samara will go for it on 4th down if they don't get it here.
Senecal, now the shotgun again. And he'll hand it to Kabanga. And I don't know if he's going to have a 1st down.
You know, they stopped him short, so now 4th here, 27-6, 7 minutes left in the 3rd. I think you go for it here if you're Canada. Big chance for this USA defense, though, to step up and stop this drive of Canada, which has been pretty nicely moving down the field.
And it looks like Canada is in fact going to go for it. If they let Senecal put this thing in the air here. Best player on offense has been Carl Chabot, smallest guy on the field for this Canadian team.
Tell you that, play clock's running, so a little sense of urgency here for Canada to get out of the huddle.
There's Carl, only 5'7", 165 pounds, out of Blainville, Quebec. See if they try and get him the football here.
That back judge has his hand up, which means very close to
high snap. And this one is caught inside the 20, and I believe it will be enough for a first down.
Yeah, Spencer Nichols, the fullback, makes the catch. And we talked about the smarts of Senecal, the quarterback. He saw the back judge's hand up. They were getting really close to getting to lay a game. You saw the urgency there, telling his center, snap it, snap it. Gets the snap off, throws it, and boy, the big fullback goes down low, bobbles a little bit, but secures it, makes the catch to pick up that first down.
Yeah, keep in mind these Canadian players have been adjusting to American rules in only 1 week of prep time for this game here tonight. First down and 10. This time try the jet sweep, and this is Dimbangi. He's got speed on the outside, leaps a defender, and has it inside the 10.
Yeah, I thought I saw a hold on the outside. The flag came in a little late, but it looked like the corner for USA was being held, so I think this play is going to back up. And of course,
Personal
I'm wrong.
Foul. Face mask, number 1 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal line is added on to the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
Boy, and they called on Elijah Blaze. I thought it was a hold out there on the perimeter. It doesn't get called. The face mask gets called. And now Canada's in business half the distance to the goal. Yeah, and the hold that I thought already happened, and you're going to take a look here at the face mask. I mean, I just didn't see it.
First down and goal now. Inside the 5-yard line for Canada. Senecal unloads it, and falling down is his wide receiver. He could have stayed on his feet. Tommy Neild would have scored easily.
Yeah, that little tunnel screen back inside, and you said it would have scored, but slipped down, and second and goal.
Now they'll spot it at the 2. Altogether, in 2 games so far here, this USA program has only given up 6 points. They have been so stingy against both teams from Canada. Can the U19s score a touchdown for the first time tonight for their country? Senecal, and before he gets the snap, a timeout. So Canada will talk things over.
Be a 30-second timeout.
This Canada coaching staff, they have admitted that they tried their best to get players to go to Canada schools. Like Steve Sumeri, he's also the head coach at Carleton University. He says he tries to recruit without ruining the dreams of his players to play American football. Because the reality is, Rini, a lot of these guys would love to come to the United States, play in front of the big crowds, and get the great education.
And we asked him about that. He said, yeah, these kids from Canada, they see the atmosphere of college football in America and the big stadiums and the big crowds. And he goes, we recruit them and we want them to stay here in Canada and play college football. But we also understand that some of them have ambitions and dreams to go to the United States and play. And, you want them to follow their dreams. So it's kind of that juggling act.
Mm-hmm. Also great opportunities in Canada. Second down and goal now. Senecal with Kubanga behind him. Fakes it to him. Under pressure. And that one is short. Boy, the rush was coming hard.
Yeah, and that was great pressure right there by number 91, Chase Young. Haven't called his name out a lot today. He's an Ohio State commit, and he's right in the face of Senecal. Doesn't get the sack, but forces the incomplete pass.
Yeah, Chase Young, interesting story. His mother actually called Kenny Sanchez and Aaron Ingram said, my son wants to play for the U.S. national team.
And
they did not argue, Reedy.
No, they took him. And he's from DeMatha Catholic, one of the better high school programs in the nation as well.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 71 of the defense. Number 71 entered the neutral zone and caused an offensive player to false start. The penalty is half the distance to the goal line. 3rd down.
Yeah, and you saw it right in the middle. If you come into the neutral zone, you can get back, but if your movement forces an offensive player to react to it, the penalty is on you, and that was a very good look at it there and a good application of the rule as well, an explanation by Alex Barranega. But, you know, getting back to Chase Young, I mean, 6'5", 240 pounds. He's got that frame where he's going to get a lot bigger as well as he gets through his college career. I mean, before it's all said and done, he'll be a 280, 290 pound defensive end chasing you down with speed.
3rd down and goal. U.S. national team tries to hold up here. Senecal on the run over the middle, tipped up in the air and incomplete. A flag does come down, though, right in the middle of the field.
Holding. Offense, number 56. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
And now a decision for Steve Samara here. Do you try to take the 3 or do you go for it? And the hold's going to be right in the middle, right there. Easy call for the umpire standing behind that. Dongray Johnson out of Conference USA throws the flag in. Of course, USA declines it to make it 4th and goal and decision time.
Coach Steve Samara, the decision easy for him. Go for it. Jonathan Senecal sends Kumbanga into the slot. And who's got it? USA has got the football right now. They're running the other way. Senecal never saw it.
Yeah, some confusion, and it looked like Ted Kabongo.
Offense, all players except the center. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So basically what the official Alex Barranega is telling us is everybody was wrong but the center, because of course he snaps it when he wants to. So everyone moved, the ball wasn't snapped. Ultimately a false start.
It's been an interesting series, hasn't it?
Yeah, sure has. But a big play here in this ball game with 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, especially for Canada. They really need to punch it in here. We'll see if USA can keep them out of the end zone, turn them over on downs.
Substitutions, keep an eye on Spencer Nichols, number 48. They like to use him in all sorts of ways for Canada. Kubanga's the running back. And also keep an eye on the slot, Carl Chabot. It's been a force tonight, number 13. Senecal did not have a chance. The rush was coming, and leading it was Ramey Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson, a UCLA commit, just puts the pressure on right up the middle. Canada doesn't slide over to pick him up, and he's got a free run at Senecal, and Senecal can't even breathe back there as he gets sacked.
After the ball became dead, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 30 of the defense. The half the distance to the goal line penalty is enforced. It'll be 1st and 10 for Team USA. That is number 30's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game.
Well, USA Football's cutting-edge Coach Performance Center features more than 1,000 coaching education videos by top NCAA, NFL, and high school coaches. Access USA Football's Coach Performance Center 24/7 and drive into football's premier coaching resource. USAFootball.com. Be sure and visit the website as we're seeing some of the faces of the future. Ramey Johnson, another linebacker, headed to UCLA. 1st down for the U.S. national team. This one going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. 58 there to make the play. Spencer Nichols Rather, that's Miles Manalo for Team Canada. 91 has also been a force. Evan Gingera has been everywhere up front.
And the thing about Gingera as well is his motor. I mean, he tracks plays down. He's going 100% all the time, and usually don't see that out of defensive linemen, but Gingera, nice game tonight.
Second down 11 after the loss of 1. And now Canada showing blitz. We'll back off for the moment. And Jones wants to go downfield. It's one of the few incompletions he has fired as Terrence Gagne reached up to tip it away. You know, Reed, it's got to be tough being both of these teams when you can't really scout the opposition. Neither team really knew what they were getting into tonight. They just wanted to play their games and make adjustments on the fly.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough for the coaching staffs to put these teams together, players that have never played with each other, and then you're putting in systems offensively and defensively. And then if you're Canada, go ahead and throw on the top that, hey, we're playing American rules. So there's some kids on this field for Canada tonight that have never played American rules. They're used to the Canadian rules. So there's some obstacles for the coaching staffs for sure.
Jones got to be careful running in the end zone as he fires incomplete. He threw it in the territory of Katie Nixon, and it'll be 4th down.
And we should say the great play by Ramey Johnson on defense was exceptional, but you got to be careful with the excessive celebration. He got hit with that 15-yard penalty. Unsportsmanlike, it was half the distance, backed his offensive unit up, and you see they're going to have to kick it out from the back of their end zones. It's good to celebrate. You just got to be careful you don't overdo it and hurt your team.
USA could not settle in that time, and now David Heaton III getting loose. How about the shoes for Heaton? A little bit different.
Those the kicking shoes, you know? Look like old New Balances right there.
Standing in his own end zone. And a fair catch going to be called for at the 38-yard line by Aiden O'Neill. Well, in 2016, USA Football provided nearly $2 million in grants to high schools, middle schools, and youth organizations. USA Football awards annual grants for new football equipment, AEDs, synthetic turf fields, and disaster relief assistance. Learn how to apply for a USA Football grant by visiting usafootball.com/grants. Just a tremendous organization making a difference in the game as a whole and how it moves forward.
Well, and just the read you just did, those grants are important to programs. I mean, helping out with the equipment and the fields, and of course the AEDs save lives, and just such an important program.
Just over 10,000 young football players in the USA Football program across the country. They continue to grow. Learned a lot about the organization. Steve Alec in the booth with us tonight from USA Football's helped us throughout the week, and we've just learned so much about this great organization.
And I should say it's an honor for both of us to be able to call both these games tonight, and it's an honor and a privilege. It really is.
27-6 your score right now from the ESPN Wide World of Sports. Drew Felios and Rini Angolia. Second down and 2 now for the Canadians. Joshua Donnelly hands it off, and it'll be taken to the 30-yard line. Another short gain for Canada.
And Jacob Savoni in at running back, getting some work for Canada.
So it'll be 3rd down coming up now. As in the game, Donnelly, the quarterback. It's been Donnelly and Senecal trading series for the Canadians. 0 for 7 on 3rd down for Canada. Donnelly throws it quickly, incomplete. Rini, I got a question for you. We've seen Donnelly, we've seen Senecal as the quarterbacks for Canada. Are you in favor of switching quarterbacks series to series, or would it be better to play one half and then to play the another half, just to get a little bit of rhythm, because it's a little bit off there?
I don't like the switching. When I call college football games in a year, during the year, I think it's tough for quarterbacks. Is there some coaches that like that switch, and it's hard to get into a rhythm. In a game like this, in an international game, you want to play both guys, and I understand what you're saying. Maybe give one a half and one not, but it's really a coach's decision and feeling out the players and what's best for them. But I do agree, it is tough, especially in that quarterback position, to get into a rhythm.
Field goal try, and this has got a lot of leg, and it's up and good. I'll tell you what, David Soley has shown something tonight. This little guy connects from 47 yards, his third field goal.
Yeah, and I think important. Canada got some points there, and 27-9, get it back to 18, and still a long way to go in this ball game.
So Canada able to get points and hang in it. USA has thrown some of their best punches. Canada has taken some of their best shots, but Coach Samara told us yesterday, you're going to see a team that fights and fights to the very end. Got a tremendous football spirit, and they've definitely shown that here tonight. It is cold here in Central Florida. It's one of the rare cold weekends that we have had this entire winter season.
Cold for us.
Yes.
I mean, if you're Canadian, right, you're probably like, it feels summery to me. So it's all relative.
Cannot really complain, as it's in the mid-50s here tonight. Seen some light rain. Ball taken from the 10-yard line now. USA trying to set up a return. Jalen Reagor taken down shy of the 35-yard line.
We'll see if that Canada defense now can step up and get the ball back for their offense. Haven't really been able to slow down USA too much tonight.
Look down the USA roster. There's only a handful of undecided kids. Elijah Blaze, undecided. Also Evan Fields. C.J. Henderson as well.
You know, by the way, every other player that's committed, Division I.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty talented roster, as Kenny Sanchez reminded us at halftime.
Idris Sanchez, the only other, or Idris Patterson, rather, the only other undecided player. That's a nice play made by Ryder Varga, big linebacker for Canada. Jamin Pali, number 90, a force up front for the Canadians.
Under one.
So Lindell Stone back at quarterback, the Virginia recruit for the U.S. national team. It's been Stone, 18, and Jones, number 17, under center tonight for USA. Make the handoff here, take it forward, and pick up about 3.
And that was the zone read play that we saw Mac Jones score the touchdown on earlier in this game, and run it right there with Lindell Stone.
127 yards passing, a touchdown as well, as the third quarter winds down here on Championship Field at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. We head to the fourth quarter. The U.S. national team and Team Canada in the North American Championships. Right now, USA leading 27-6.
High school head coach, Jeff Brothers, you know, he taught me how to be a man of character, and he also taught me the game of football. You know, I saw him, and he's also my algebra teacher that cut me no slack, even though I was an athlete. So it's one thing he taught me, there's no shortcuts in life. And so I hold on to that and, you know, stay with it every day.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
My favorite thing about flag football is having fun.
I just love coaching kids' confidence.
Flag football is my favorite sport because I can learn how to do all these really cool things.
Equal opportunity for all the kids to participate no matter what their skill level is.
I enjoy working with my teammates and being able to make awesome plays and get touchdowns.
Every player should have a sense of what it's like to score touchdowns, throw a pass, get an interception. And NFL flag affords you that.
The North American Championship is brought to you by Shadowman Sports. Better every rep. Physio Control, the exclusive AED provider of USA Football. Seed Sports, the official uniform provider of the U.S. national team. And USA Football Parent Center. Visit usafootball.com/parent and get your free USA Football Parent Guide today. Welcome back to the Walt Disney World Resort. 27-6 is your score. Alongside Rini Ngolia, I'm Drew Felios. U.S. national team with the football from the 37-yard line. Lindell Stone fires it over the middle, and it's caught. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup. And Alexander Marshall, the big wide receiver headed to Florida State, made the grab.
Yeah, looks like a tight end, but he's listed as a wide receiver, and you see him make that catch in traffic and pick up the first down. And talked about Canada. I believe they're 0-8 on third down conversions tonight, but right there, USA gets a third down conversion of their own, and that's really been a big difference in the game. You see the big receiver just sit up underneath, takes a big hit, but is able to hold on as the Canadian team trying to rip that ball out, and you can't really, they're kind of hitting him while he's up, and that's why he took a little exception to that, did Marshall, talking to the officials after the play.
Now run it right up the gut. Look out, DeAndre Swift. Nearly busted that one free. Took it to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, big, quick hitter, big run by Swift. Good blocking up front by the USA offensive line, and a nice inside handoff. Good explosion by Swift. Great hole, and a big pickup for USA.
U.S. national team awfully good. You know, it seems like Swift, too. He's got a gear that you don't really account for. You think he's just kind of more of a possession running back. He's got some burst.
And you see that thickness, the lower body, and that's what you love about running backs, and makes you powerful and quick, and Swift has it.
Here he is again, little stutter step that time. And he's got it to the 30-yard line. Like the ball came out near the end. Officials stepped in, though, said he was down.
Yeah, and you see there's that lower body I'm talking about, the thickness of it. And you see he's always going forward, running behind his pads, and just a little run like that doesn't seem like much. You get up and it's 4 yards. It just kind of gets those feet, and look how he lowers the boom, and that's what you love about a running back. Ball clearly down, but he lowers the boom against Nicholas Cross, the linebacker for Canada, and he's delivering it is Swift.
121 rushing yards now for the Americans. Stone hands it off, and going right again is Swift. Makes a cut at the 20, still on his feet, and he is breaking tackles right now. A first down at the 12-yard line.
And it just kind of looks like, the USA team has the Canadian team on their heels, kind of backing up, and they're starting to win at the line of scrimmage. And boy, I tell you what, Swift looks like he's as fresh as he was in the first quarter, making cuts back upfield for big chunks of yardage.
DeAndre Swift out of Philadelphia, St. Joseph's Prep, 6 feet tall, 210 pounds. He is a load to bring down. Another first down. Good looking drive for USA. Thrown down this time, though. This big number 99, Charles Lee Allery, makes the play. And a little bit of chippiness right now on the field. I think there's a bit of frustration in the fourth quarter. These two teams have been butting heads for the last few hours, and just a little bit of chippiness building in.
Yeah, and that's where the officials need to step in and talk to both teams. You're going to see it on the back end. You're going to see it on the back end of the replay. You see just, you know, playing hard, but you got to stop when the whistle's blown. Once that whistle blows, you got to get off, and you just cannot.
After the ball became dead, unnecessary roughness, number 74 of the offense. A 15-yard penalty, the down counts, be second down.
And the reason the down counts is, you know, you're engaged while the play's going. You continue after the whistle and get that personal foul. That down counts, and you get hit with a 15-yard penalty to boot.
Player down is Terrence Gagne, defensive back for Canada. So Gagne right now being looked at, and while they're taking a look, we'll step aside. 27-9, just under 10 minutes to play here at Walt Disney World. Going to go ahead and stay with action as Gagne is back up.
No, we thought he was going to stay down for a few more seconds. He popped back up, so we'll stay with the action.
And no sense leaving just yet. Quarterback play has been solid tonight.
You see big Marquise Hayes got caught with that penalty. He's committed to Oklahoma, going to play for Bob Stoops.
Second down now, 26 yards to go. They got a long way here. Stepping up though is Stone, and tries to get it away as he was nearly past the line of scrimmage.
They tried to dump it off to his back, DeAndre Swift, but a nice job by the Canadian defender. Get a hand in there, I believe, to deflect this thing as Stone steps up, and yeah, just a finger on it. Nice job, and that was Nicholas Cross. You know, and talking to Coach Samara about Cross, he said, the first thing he said about him was he's got Division I talent, thinking that Cross can play at a big-time program here in the United States.
Yeah, Cross definitely somebody the Canadian coaching staff thinks very highly of. Third down. Stone gonna let it fly towards the end zone. Incomplete, but a flag gonna come in. The ball was intended for Johnny Johnson. He was double covered that time.
Yeah, and the ball looked like it got through there. It looked like Johnson had a chance to make that catch, and we'll see what this call is. It doesn't look like pass interference. We'll see if they're going to call targeting here. We'll get the official word from Alex Baranega.
Pass interference, defense, number 20. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
And I've been wrong all night, so I should just shut up and watch. I didn't think it was pass interference, but that's the call that was made.
Well, let's take a look, see if there was in fact a targeting attempt, because that's the one thing that can be reviewed after a play, and clearly that was not the intention.
Yeah, clearly not, and you saw the right hand on the receiver, and that's what the back judge called, and can't really argue with that. Kind of turned the receiver off the route, so got to agree with that call. It's a first down for USA.
Now spot at the 13. Stone going to be corralled in the backfield once again. Credit Canada and Charles Lee Allery.
And he's excited. He's made a few plays tonight, and again, playing to the whistle, and I guess that's the new thing now. Feed me. Everyone wants to get fed with the spooning. A
lot of hungry people out there.
Yeah, but Allery does a nice job there as he reads it. He sees that the quarterback, Stone, keeps it, comes off the running back, and makes the play. And he's excited about it.
And you're wondering, all the celebration whenever you're trailing like this Canadian team is, and still, even though it's 27-9, that's the passion that these Canadian players bring to the field. They're not looking at the scoreboard. They're just playing it play to play. They're giving 100% every time.
Bench. Foul is charged to the assistant coach. This is the assistant coach. First unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
So you have an unsportsmanlike now on the bench of USA, and I think really they probably took exception to what you just said. Canada celebrating even though they're losing, but guess what, guys? USA's been celebrating a lot tonight too. So, turnabout's fair play. They're all going to get called. The officials are going to call. Watch the top left as one of the assistants is talking to the line judge there, and there goes the flag right there. So you don't really know what was said. But he gets hit with an unsportsmanlike. You heard him say 1 because if you get 2, you're out of the game.
Second down, wind up and throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and Eddie Lewis is in the end zone for the touchdown. That's a cause for celebration.
Yeah, and the penalty doesn't hurt him as the receiver, Eddie Lewis, gets open. Nice little skinny post down the middle of the field. And the quarterback, Lindell Stone, puts it right on him. Good catch, and then a good move after the catch to beat one defender, endure the tackle of the next, and get it across the end zone. And nice job by Eddie Lewis, headed to Rutgers. And tell you what, the Scarlet Knights can use some offense up there. He's going to be a nice addition.
9 plays, 65 yards, and Dehas's extra point is blocked. And now Canada tries to return it. Thomas Landry is going to head down the sidelines. Nobody's even chasing him.
Yeah, and this is good for 2 points, and I don't know why USA didn't go after him.
Another bizarre turn in this game. Add 2 to Canada. Got flags all over the field as well.
And remember, you can return a block kick for 2 points. If it stands. But I'm with you, Drew. I mean, the USA team just stopped. I mean, they didn't even go after him.
The official's even laughing right now. Lots of twists and turns that we have seen. Canada just soaking in every moment.
Yeah, they might be losing, but they're having a good time.
They're having a great time.
Celebrating, so.
Thomas Landry doing the honors that time.
Personal foul, face mask, number 86 of Team USA. The 2-point try is good for Canada. The 15-yard penalty is assessed on the kickoff.
Well, the one guy that actually ran back to try to make a play was 86 Matt Dotson, because I saw him take off. But in the process, he must have grabbed someone's face mask, and there was flags everywhere on that play, and you got the call, and you saw it right there.
So no touchdowns tonight for Canada, but they have had everything else happen, including this. Blocked extra point, go the other way for 2. 33-11 here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports in the North American Championship.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Nice. Good job. There it is. Go, 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 go. Keep it in. Keep it in. That's it. That's the way they celebrate it. I can't hear you. What's the difference between a good defense and a great defense?
33-11, more points for Canada just before the break. And just under 8 minutes to play in this game. Still a 22-point ball game, but Canada right now will take points any way they can get them as Zendejas gets set to kick it off once again. It's a very short kick. And falling on and loose. The U.S. national team able to recover it at the 40-yard line.
That's a live ball. It's USA ball, and that's one thing that Team Canada needs to work on at both levels is covering those live kicks when you come down here, because once it's past 10 yards, it's a live ball. It's like a fumble, and you got to jump on it. And the original call on the field was USA ball.
Offside on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
And that'll nullify it.
And very disappointed is Kerry Vincent Jr.
But knowing what I know and what I've seen tonight, look for the same play by USA right here.
And you mentioned how that's something teams need to work on. How much time, realistically, does a regular team spend on that in practice, covering a football?
During the year, a regular team's going to cover it. There's no doubt about it, because you have the time and training camp. In an international contest like this with 4 or 5 days, I mean, you're really not going to cover that at all. I mean, you may mention it in a meeting. But now the problem is if you're USA and you do it and you don't recover it, Canada's going to have the ball like 35-yard line.
Zendejas goes short once again, finds the sweet spot. Ball takes a bounce. And right in the hands of Zachary Heine. So Canada will have it at the 45-yard line. Again, very good field position with another good opportunity to put points on the board.
And let's hope both teams play this last 7 minutes and 43 seconds out hard and forget that chippiness we saw a little bit and show good sportsmanship.
U.S. national team having a good time on the sidelines. They feel right now they've got this game in hand. Jonathan Senecal back on the field at quarterback for Canada. Senecal winds up, tosses to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard pickup. Ramey Johnson made the stop. Lucas Nurkowski with the catch for Canada.
And that's the other thing in a game like this, too. You know, you want a sense of urgency. You want kind of that hurry-up offense, but with only 4 to 5 days to prepare for this game, I mean, you know, realistically, you're not going to have anything put in, really, a hurry-up to get that continuity going. You just got to get the play in and get up to the line of scrimmage as quick as you can.
Canada spreads it out now with 4 wideouts. Over the middle. And one of the few drops tonight, Carl Chabot has made catch after catch. That one was thrown a little behind him.
Yeah, that one's on Senecal there. He gets it behind his receiver, Chabot, and he just can't make the catch.
It's 3rd down and 5. Under 7 minutes to play here on Championship Field. United States dominant in the U18 North American Championship, winning that one 26-0, and leading by 22 here in the under 19 play. Senecal tosses. This one is caught. Carl Chabot, nicely done at the 33.
And you talked about it earlier tonight. I mean, the smallest guy in the field, he's just finding creases, finding open spots. He's made a lot of catches tonight.
Yep.
And it's a little option route. He just turns, finds that open spot, and Senecal puts it on him.
That's a 1st down for Canada. Thomas Trottier is the running back wearing number 22. Senecal drops back and more flags come down. And again, that is the movement adjustment that Canada has had to make.
Full start. Offense, number 22. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
And that's something, Reed, that at the practices this week, when we talk to these head coaches, especially Steve Samara of Canada, that was their biggest concern, making that adjustment to the pre-snap movement, the difference in American football to the Canadian game.
You know, the penalty right there on Trottier. And again, in Canada, that's legal. They're allowed to move like that before the snap. And again, these kids grew up with those rules, and now, you know, in a 5-day window, you're trying to tell them you can't do it, and sometimes it's hard for them. Completely understandable.
Senecal hits his man over the middle. Chabot, another catch And thrown down at the 25-yard line by Nick Pickett.
They just love the grittiness of Chabot. I mean, he's out there fighting tooth and nail, and tell you what, he runs nice routes. He gets open, and when Senecal puts it around him, he makes the catch.
Smallest guy on the field making the biggest difference. He's making a case to be named MVP at the end of the game. Our MVPs brought to you by Riddell. We'll tell you both of them at the conclusion of this one. This ball is going to be dropped as more pressure put on Senecal that time. Zachary Heine, the intended target.
Yeah, and that one, that time, Senecal threw it before he wanted to because of the pressure, and his receiver just was turning out of the break. Heine just couldn't locate the ball.
Canada team with a tremendous challenge coming into tonight. Done a good job holding their own. But USA with so much talent. Try and run it up the gut. Trottier has a little bit of room. He's taken down at the 22-yard line.
And he's going to have the first down. It's only the second conversion tonight on third down for this Canadian team.
So still no touchdowns on the board for Canada. That's got to be the one thing that you know they want to do before they get out of here. Score a touchdown against this U.S. national team.
And we talked about it, you know, a lot of this Canadian team, they're younger players. Senecal, again, only 17 years of age. So they'll be on this U19 team for a few years.
Trottier fires far side, and it's incomplete. Lucas Nurkowski was on his knees there. And really on his back was Kerry Vincent Jr. Vincent Jr. is going to be a player in Baton Rouge. LSU is going to love this kid.
Yeah, LSU always has dynamic defense, especially in the back end, those corner positions, and, you know, great get in Kerry Vincent Jr.
You're right, Rini. Looking at the size of this guy, I mean, looks like he could play defensive end. He's going to line up at defensive back. They are getting bigger and bigger.
And you have to have those corners bigger because the receivers are getting bigger and they can run. So you got to be able to match up.
Senecal's going to keep it. And running sideways against this defense is not going to get you anywhere. Josh Clark, the Ole Miss recruit, able to run him down.
And you see the speed there. And you also saw cornerback Bandy come up as well. A Miami commit.
Lindell Stone staying loose. United States and Canada featured tonight. Both teams soaking in their national anthem before this contest in the North American Championship. An emotional moment before the game. A lot of parents have come here from both squads. Canada sent 150 families to Central Florida. This is intercepted as he tried to throw it to the middle of the field, and Malik Herring able to come up with it for the U.S. A flag did come down late, and we're going to have another celebration penalty if he doesn't be careful.
Yeah, and Senecal has to learn you can't throw the ball back into the middle of the field. Nothing but problems there, especially with a speedy defense, and we'll see what this flag is once again.
Two fouls, we're going to enforce them both. The ruling on the field is an interception by Team USA. After the ball became dead, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, number 48 of the intercepting team. That's number 48's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 30 of Team USA. This is number 30's second unsportsmanlike conduct, and number 30 has disqualified himself from the game.
And that's Ramey Johnson. He gets a second. And the one thing that Alex Barrenega didn't say is those 30-yard penalties, they count. It's 30 yards, 15 each. And so the one thing I would tell the U.S. national team is, guys, you got to be careful with the excessive celebration. It doesn't look good. Let your play speak for itself. You just got to be careful with that stuff. I know they're excited, and then, you get a player disqualified because that, again, NCAA rules, you're only allowed one unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. You get that second, you're gone, and that's what happened there to Ramey Johnson.
Now, these two programs from the USA and Canada, they've got history. These players have met before. We talked about what happened in China last year. Coach Matt Hennessy of the under-18 team talked about that. Some of those players playing on this team, the U19s this year. So this definitely a much-needed boost for the U.S. national team, and you could sense how badly they wanted to win this game tonight as Kalen LeBourne takes it up to the 25-yard line.
And LeBourne, one of the FSU commits. Good explosion there to get it off his goal line. Nice run to get some breathing room for USA.
Yeah, Seminoles will get Kalen LeBourne. They'll also get 87 Alexander Marshall, a big wide receiver who's made a few catches tonight. 3 minutes to play. First down. Pitch this one. This is LeBourne again. Change direction. If he can get a block, look out. And the hurdle. I give that a 10 for effort and entertainment.
Yeah, great run. The only thing is at the end, it looked like he wanted to go back the other way again and just, hey, keep going because you made a nice move. Now right here, he's going to stop, come back. He made the decision to come back. That's fine. He's going to pick up a couple, well, I won't say blocks, but guys in the way. And then a little hurdle at the end, but just keep going right there. Get yourself out of bounds after this hurdle.
Watch Daniel Valenti after he hurdles. He just looks up like, where is he? Where'd he go?
And the best part of that run is he stayed in bounds, kept the clock moving.
Back to throw now. Bump fake. Stone lets it go. And incomplete. Trying to hit his man downfield. Randall Grimes had a couple defenders on him.
Yeah, Valenti there again to break up that play. And however, another flag.
Legal use of hands. Hands to the face. Number 77 offense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Idris Patterson. Flag that time. Rini, when you were a running back, did you ever try and hurdle a defender? And would you recommend it to young running backs?
So I wasn't a hurdler. And it seems to work. But I was old school where I always jumped over the top when you're at the goal line or you had a 4th and 1. And, that's kind of gone. You don't see that anymore, the old Walter Payton jumping over the top. And I love to do that. So hurdling, I wasn't much of a hurdler.
Would think it's kind of a dangerous play, too.
Well, if you get caught, you're going to go backwards in a hurry.
Sure. I'm not going to tell, though, Mr. LeBourne that, because right now he is doing his thing on the field. Takes it all the way to midfield. Stopped there by Daniel Valenti.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of carries early. He was making up for it here at the end of the game, and he'll tap himself out there. Take a little rest after a couple nice runs late in this game.
So LeBourne showing what he can do. It's been a big night for this U.S. national team. Look at the size they have across the board, offensively and defensively. I mean, this game, no surprise.
Man, let's give credit to the offensive line of USA. They've done a nice job protecting their quarterbacks and opening holes for their running backs. It's been a great team effort tonight.
DeAndre Swift. I have a feeling this guy could be our MVP at the end of the game. Some of the plays he made in the first half really changed things.
Yeah, and not only running the ball, I mean, made some catches as well. Kept some drives alive. We saw that nice play on the screen pass, and very active tonight.
Well, here's our offensive play of the game, brought to you by Cutters Gloves. Cutters is the official football glove of USA Football. And do an offensive play of the game, also a defensive play. But first, on offense, it was the USA and the run up the gut. Mac Jones, the Alabama recruit, showing the speed.
Yeah, a little zone read. He keeps it, Great blocking in the interior by the offensive line. Jones hits it, shows his athleticism and his speed as he takes that one to the house.
And as the U.S. national team celebrates on the sidelines, why not? Let's get into defensive play of the game as well. Get a 2-for-1 here. And this one's going to go to the Canadians. Defensive play of the game brought to you by Shadowman Sports.
Well, he had the block on the PAT, and USA really not sure what to do, but I can tell you what, Thomas Landry knew what to do with it as he caught it out of the air and took it back 100 yards for the 2-point return.
So that's the defensive play of the game. Visit shadowmansports.com. Learn how they help teams get better with every practice rep. Shadowmansports.com. Second down. U.S. national team still firing. This one intended for Nixon, Katie Nixon. I have a feeling we haven't seen fully what the youngster headed to Colorado can do, number 15.
Well, that's one of the hard things in a game like this as well, is really trying to showcase all the talent you have, and there's only one ball, and it's hard to spread it around enough with all the talent on the team, and inevitably someone or one or two guys usually step up and stand out, and really I think today, you talked about it, that one player has been DeAndre Swift on offense for USA.
Very businesslike tonight for the U.S. national team. Did not want to lose to Canada here on their home turf. At the side of the Pro Bowl, how about this run? Down to the 12-yard line, DeAndre Swift grinding it out. And DeAndre Swift is our MVP here tonight.
Man, USA wants to go again. The players are looking like they want to try to score again.
So tonight's MVP is brought to you by Riddell. On the other side, this can go to the kicker, David Soley. He had 3 field goals tonight. One was from 47 yards. Swift going to be taken down in the backfield. Canada still celebrating, and that is going to do it. That'll be the final play of the game as time will expire, and the USA wins 33-11. Over Canada. We saw a lot in this game, Rini. When it's all said and done, tremendous talent, great athletes, and a great spectacle here.
And if you're wondering where the chippiness came from and how hard USA want to play, remember last time out, U19s, Canada beat USA, beat them pretty well. And this team wanted this game badly tonight and came out and did it.
They were focused all week long. This game broadcast on ESPNU during Pro Bowl week. They've seen some of the best perform. They added a little bit more to this showdown. And the U.S. national team, they don't disappoint. 33-11 over Team Canada. And that will do it for us. From the ESPN Wide World of Sports, the red, white, and blue take it by 22. For Rini and Golia and our entire TV crew here at the Walt Disney World Resort, I'm Drew Felios saying so long and enjoy the Pro Bowl Sunday night on ESPN.